So, welcome to day 2 of this class. And for those who were not in the last class, please do well to go back to the previous class and go through what we discussed. For those who are in class today, the video did not record, so I will have to do as much as possible to recreate most of what was discussed in the class. But I believe you took notes, and that will help you and give you a guide to this. So, like it is my costume, we start with a code. So this code I made to encourage you, I made to give you an overview. It was Albert Einstein that says, try not to become successful, become a man of success, rather become a man of value. What distinguishes you with others who have the same pedigrees with you, as a matter of fact, it is your value. So create value for yourself. Try not just to become successful, add value to it. Quality is not an act, it is the habit. So it is that habit that makes it quality. It's not just an act. You don't act quality. It's part and parcel of you. This was said by Ralph. Today, a reader, a learner. Tomorrow, a leader. Anonymous or anonymous, anyone. So, let's get right to the business of the day. The course content. This course consists of 6 sections, beginning from ArcMap Basics, Geodatabase and Shapefiles, ArcCatalog, Georeferencing, Digitizing, ArcMap Save As, and Export. But before we begin, by way of introduction, we'd like to try to recollect what GIS is. So GIS is a geographic information system. It is a framework for gathering, collecting, managing, analyzing, and visualizing spatial and geographic data. So what is the spatial data? A spatial data are data with locational information attached to them. So at the course of this training, you will come across a lot of 2 types of data, which you always hear us refer to as spatial and non-spatial. The spatial, which is the geographic coordinates, and the non-spatial, which is the attribute, the descriptive part, like what describe that spatial feature. Ahmadu Bello University have geography X and Y is located on so longitude and so latitude. So what describe Ahmadu Bello University are things like it's a center of learning, things like it has a so size, land size. It occupies also square kilometer, acre, hectare, and those are descriptive part of it. And it has 100 and so department. It has also number of programs. It has also faculty. It has also number of lecturers, and also number of students per each academic year. These are things that describe ABU. Its Senate building is 8 floors. These are still part of descriptives, And then it has one of the largest hostels in sub-Saharan Africa. These are things that describe. So these are non-attribute parts of data, while the spatial is the geographic location where ABU is positioned on the surface of the earth. So it integrates multiple layers of information through maps to understand patterns, relationships, and trends. GIS consists of key components, including hardware, software, data, people, and methods. These are the 5 components of GIS. So it enables spatial analysis by linking attribute data, which is the non-spatial, to the geographic locations, the spatial, allowing user to perform complex geospatial queries and mapping. Component of GIS. The component of GIS are hardwires. Example of these hardwires are your computers, your GPS devices, mouse, printer, and cloud servers that processes spatial data. The second is software. GIS platforms like ArcGIS, QGIS, and Google Earth for mapping and analysis. Then the third component of a GIS is data. So spatial data, spatial, which are maps, satellite imagery, and tubular, which are attributes. Now, the spatial are mostly in a form of maps, satellite imagery, a form of things that has coordinates attached to them. The tubular, which are the attribute, what describe what those things are. All right. So the next component of a GIS is people. So GIS professionals and analysts who interpret geospatial data, users that operate and give command, those are all under people. All right. And then the last component of the GIS is a method. The techniques, the methodology, the techniques applied to spatial analysis, geostatistics, and data visualization. Tools used in GIS. So with this, we understand that the GIS is a system, and then the tools used are where we are now. Now, first in the tool is the data collection tools. GPS is a data collection tools used for collecting location data. Remote sensing, satellite based. So we have satellite imagery, Landsat, Sentinel drones, and aerial photography. We have the surveying equipment or instruments such as total station, theodolite, tape, measuring tape, compass, LiDAR scanner, GNSS. You can mention as many as you can. Tools used in GIS. Number 2, we have GIS software. Now, the GIS software, which is a tool, which means GIS is a system and it has tools that are used. And number 1 of this software is ArcGIS. ArcGIS is a software application used in GIS. So, ArcGIS is an industry standard GIS software by ESRI, Environmental Science Research Institute, for mapping spatial analysis. QGIS, Quantum GIS, open source. It's just download and install. They left it open. So GIS software for geospatial data processing. And then we have Google Map, Google Earth, visualization and navigational tool, GRASS GIS, advanced spatial, geospatial analysis, and remote sensing softwares. Software, sorry, not wares. Number 3 and the last for this segment is spatial analysis tools. Tools like geoprocessing tools. We have buffering, we have overlay, we have intersection, we have interpolation, we have union, we have clip. All these are geoprocessing tools, including spatial queries and all that. And then network analysis, or network analysis, optimizing route, transportation, and logistics. Basically used for road network analysis, shortest distance, new service area, and all that. Then the 3D GIS tools like Accent and City Engine for 3D modeling. So, what we'll be covering in today's class are going to be, according to this module, So we'll get into the GIS software and then ArcGIS software, and then we're going to look at this item quickly. So launch your arc map, and then let's kick it rolling. So we'll be coming to make reference once we're done with one, and then we'll continue. All right. So my arc map is on. So we're just going to go through the overview and explanation in this. So arc map, we have the file. Let's start from the file. Now, this new meaning you want to open a new map document just like this one that we just opened without anything in it. And you can find it here or this one. We all do the same thing. So the next we have open, which is also available as a number second here. Open is you open a map document like this, something that you've saved previously as map document. You can open it up, all right? Then the next is the save, which you saved a map document. If I save this page right now, I can open it up as a map document. So you can open up, let's say you want to bring in shape files, images, you cannot use open. Open is only for a map document. So when we go back to file, we will see that we have something like save, which is what we just do there. Then we have save as. This one now, let's say you've saved something and then somehow you want to save it again. Maybe it has an issue because most of the times that we usually save as, or you want to just have it separate. Maybe let's say you're working on the same thing. Maybe let's say you're working on a specific kind of map, and then you don't want to recreate again. You just want to create another map inside that one. So you can just save it as, so that it will not have to intersect with what has happened in the previous one. So we have save a copy. I'm using ArcGIS 10.8.2. Now when you want to save for a lower version, you use save a copy. Like now, you can come here and then you see different versions to version 10.7. So you save any of them that is lower than your version. Basically, if you want to save for a client, you just save to 10.0 because nobody uses even 10.2. But put it at 10.0 to be on the safer side, so that when you send to the client will be able to access it if he has 10.1, 10.2, 10.2, 10.8. All right. So that is the purpose of save a copy. So the next is share. Now, still on trying to send to client. When you click on share, we have this thing called map package. This will summarize everything you have in your map document and then make it limited in size. You'll be able to send it to your client, your customer, or anybody without, but we'll get into that proper. I'm just trying to explain, all right? So we have add data. What we'll be using in this add data basically will be the add XY data. All right. So add XY data where you have an Excel file. You want to bring in the XY in it and all that. So we have page and print setup. You use this to set up your map. Maybe what's paper size, what is this, and where you set it. And then this is basically applied in layout view. Then the last thing we want to do with this is the export. Save is to save a document. Export is to export your various data format like JPEG, like BMP, any format at all, TIFF and all that. So then under view we have data view and layout view. There are two very basic view on this. The data view is where you do your digitizing, your georeferencing, you bring image, you import everything and do whatever you want to do. Then the layout view is where you create the map. Is purposely for map production. That is what the layout view is purposely meant for. So these are the two various views. Take note. You come down here, data view, and you go here, layout view. So then you can generate graphs, and then you can generate a report. All right. So the next thing is to look at the insert. Now on this insert, data frame, when you're creating a study area map, you have to create, like for example, you have the data frame for Nigeria, data frame for the state, and data frame for the locality or the study area. So you have to create like 3 data frames. So you have to be adding data frame like this. So you see I've added 3 data frame, one for each. But here you can only on data view you can only display one data view at a time. But when we go to layout view, you can display all the layout view at the same time. So let's say I just wrap it like this. One of these will be for Nigeria, this will be for the state, because these are ideally supposed to be very small. All right, you're not supposed to be as large as your area. So you see, with this we'll be able to create a study area map. So you just need to bring in the datas. Once you put the datas here, they will show. So the data view show on layout view, but it doesn't show on data view, show as one. So you have to, the one that is showing black is the one that is currently activated. If you want this to show, we'll come and then click on activate. Right click, come down and click on activate. If you do that, you will see that it's the one showing black. Okay, so we have text, title, legend, not arrow, and all that. So you basically will get to know this when we are doing that on layout view. So select, we have select by attribute, select by location, select by attribute. Basically when you have a data, maybe like the whole Nigeria, maybe a police station data, and you want to just extract Kaduna State, you use select by attribute, and then say let's say its name police station equal to Kaduna. So the moment you just select that and say okay, it's going to select just all the police station in Kaduna State. Select by location, maybe you have a road layer. I want to know the distance between the road and the built up. So you select by location. Okay. And then we have geoprocessing tool, just like we look at it. And then we have buffer, clip, intersect, union, merge. You merge two, maybe you have 2 road layers, you can merge them into one. Clip is to just clip to your extent, but the clip in geoprocessing is basically using just shapefile, future class, and all that. For raster, you have to have, it has its own raster tool. And then all the tools that are in ArcMap, definitely Arc Toolbox are in Arc Toolbox and all that. So costume, you can also go to toolbar. This toolbar is the one that if you right click here, you see it also. So the toolbar here is this same one. All right. So under this, you go to extension and then you check all the boxes that are there. All right. So when we go to Windows, your table of content, in case you don't have it here, you can come to Windows and you get it back. For example, let's say I take this out and I come to Window, click on this, it's going to come back. All right. Okay. Then same thing with your catalog, which is supposed to be on this side. If you click on catalog, it's going to come. All right. And then in search toolbox. So we have our editor and we have our georeferencing. If you cannot see any of these tools, you right click on this hash place and then you just come down, see georeferencing, see editor, you bring them, just check on them, it's going to come out. And then we also have the zoom in and zoom out, and then pan, zoom extend, fix zoom in, fix zoom out. So all of these tools are going to be applied while we're working. And then we have the select element, we have the identifier, which will identify whatever you're looking for. And I think we are done. So let's move into the next task we have, which will be to connect folder. So like I said, you will first go and connect a folder on your local disk. If you cannot find your local, just click on this PC, then you are going to see your local disk down here. So go into your local disk and create a folder called work or my work. I'm using a folder called my work. And I have given out this data, so you should have this data, and I'll copy it into my work and then create another folder inside my work called GIS training. Then inside the GIS training, you copy those that I've given and put them inside. Okay, so once you have done that, you come back to your arc map, then click on catalog, and then we've done that in class, but because of I lost the video, so I'm re-recording the video at home now. So you right click on connect folder connection. So most of you that are using it for the first time, you may not see all of these things, but you're even going to see toolbox. This is what you are going to see. So once you see that, you right click and you see connect to folder, and then you come here. Once this connect to folder come out, you click on this PC, then you scroll down, until you see local digs C. So you click on it, and then you go down, you see my work, you click on it, and then you okay. So my work has come in. If I expand this using the plus sign, I will see GIS training. If I expand this, I'm going to see the things I've put in inside there. All right. So the next, we are going to import this thing, this map of Nigeria, shape file of Nigeria is inside here. So I'm just going to come to a plus sign, add data. Then this add data, I'll see my work is already there. So double click on it, double click on GIS training, then double click on this. So I'm just going to add this number, this G admin 36 NGA 1. So this one is just the Nigerian shape file, just the boundary of Nigeria. This one is with 36 states, and this one is with the local government. So I'm just going to go with this. I'm going to click on add. It has added. All right, so let's go back to our syllabus to see what we're supposed to do. So we have attribute table. All right. So attribute table, let's remove this. To get your attribute table, you right click on this and you go to open attribute table. Now this is how the attribute table is. Your database, what has been created inside of this. So for this work, this data that comes in, we have the shape, which is an automatic. It automatically create that. This one, they're the one that created this for what country is that grid code. This is NGA for Nigeria, and then the name of the country is Nigeria. Then this grid one is Nigeria 11, which is talking about the state. So we can see the name one is Abia, Adamawa, all the 36 states, and then we also have what the type is state, and then all of these are the things that have been created so far. But in case we have any more thing that we want to create, we can right click just this drop down here, can do, and then come down to add field, and then we're going to add a field called let's say X, and then we put it on double, and then let's come back here and say add, and let's put Y, and then we still put double and OK. So with this, we can actually calculate X and Y. That's the coordinate of these 36 states that we have. So if I do like this, that's left click, just click here, it's going to turn blue, whatever color you're seeing. So when you right click on it and you come to calculate geometry, so you see an X field, and then you see this. So it's going to calculate in decimal degrees, because the whole Nigeria is in geographic coordinate system. So you click on OK. See, that's going to create this X field, and then Y field. You just do the same thing, left click for it to show this color, then you right click, calculate geometry, and then you change this to Y coordinate, and then you click on OK. So it has calculated. So this can be, more things can be done on the attribute table. So we can also create a graph. So we will come to create graph, So it's just going to ask us what and what we want to use in creating the graph. We have this vertical graph. So which field are we going to use? So let's use the shape area, and then it's asking for X. So let's use the area anyway. Let's leave it like that. And then we change this to what kind of graph do you want to create? Horizontal bar, vertical bar. Let's create a bar chart with it. And then we select this into an area. So see the bar chart has been created, and we can just tweak one or two things to have, different things, and let's make it modern. So you can create as many things as possible with this attribute. We just go to next, and then you just name the map. Whatever you type here will appear as the name. All right. So click finish. We have a bar chart created, like I said. So, all right. Let's not take too much time here. Now, what do we have next? We have making selection. So you will come to, because we've imported this, we're now seeing this thing. Select feature, active now. So if you click on this, you're going to see select feature. We have select by rectangle, select by polygon, select by lasso tool, select by cycle, select by line, which we did in class. So if you want to use select by rectangle, meaning you're just going to do like this and it's going to select. So if I do like this for all of this place will be selected. If I do like this, it's going to be selected. So let's say I want to select northeastern state. The best tool to use here will be line, because you have to know the northeastern state. Taraba is a northeastern, Adamawa, Borno, Gombe, Yobe, Bauchi, Plateau State. Plateau is not central anyway. Yeah, I think we are done, but Plateau is not central. So once I do like, you see that all of these are selected, right? So if you want to import just the northeastern state, you right click, and then you come down to data and export data. Then you can do this. So let's go to the folder we've created for our work. Everything has to be on this. So you now say northeast, then you save. Okay, so our northeast has exported. So if you remove, like, you only see northeastern state selected. So this is how you can make selection. You can use either it is any of these and you make your selection. Cycle, you just do like this. If you do like this, it's going to select everything. Selecting everything. All right, so you just need to know what and what you want to select. Lasso tool, you just click and drag. Anywhere you pass through will be selected. Okay, hope we're together. So that's how to make selections. Next is zooming. Well, for zooming, we already have this, and if I click on zoom, sorry, let me zoom this to extend. All right, let's deselect it. To deselect this, you just click on, just by this side you see clear, so it's going to clear it. So as I click here, I'm just going to come, right click and hold it, then release. You see, the more I do this, is zooming in. Zoom out, okay? If I just drag and release, drag, it's becoming smaller and smaller and smaller. Okay, that is zoom in and zoom out. So when you right click and zoom to extend, it brings it to its normal this thing. And then whenever you're zooming in and zooming out, it changes the scale. For pan, you just drag it around. Once you click on pan, you see it just takes it everywhere. Then we have full extend. It just takes it back, just like coming to zoom it to layer, zoom to layer. Okay, then we have fix zoom in and fix zoom out. So if I click on fix zoom in, now one you go see say it's growing bigger and bigger, but only per click. Same thing with zoom out, per click, but it all changes the scale. So basically, this is how you can do that. So let's quickly go to the next one. Magnify. Okay, so magnify. I've forgotten where the magnify tool is, but magnify. Somebody help me. Well, I've forgotten. Maybe if I remember, I'll forgotten. I know magnify tool is somewhere, but I cannot remember where it is right now. Well, let's go on. If I remember, I'll let you know in class. So coordinate system and measure. Okay. So also now we have northeastern states, and basically most of the northeastern states are in zone 32. So coordinate system, we have two coordinate system. What did I say? Two coordinate system. Geographic coordinate system and projected coordinate system. Geographic coordinate system, I will just use a very layman explanation. Geographic coordinate system covers the whole country. But that country, there's another coordinator called projected. It divides the country into zones. Geographic takes the whole. If you check the whole of this, if you check it's on geographic coordinate system, if you go to right click and go to properties, see that it is under GCS. Let's go to source. You see GCS WGS 1984, because the whole country cannot be in a zone. On the whole global scale, it's divided into zone 31, 32, 33. That is the whole Nigeria. Mina is between 31 and 32. Then most of the northeastern states are in 32. Then Lagos and some more are 31. All right. So there are two coordinate systems. How do we create those coordinate systems? It's when we are creating future class that we will take note of that. But there are two coordinate systems: geographic and projected coordinate system. Changing color of shapefile. Okay, so we already have our selection for northeast. So we want to change the color of this shapefile. We can just easily come here and do like this. So you see it has changed. So once we click on this place and change any color, it has changed. All right, that is how to change color of shapefile. We've done adding fill and calculating geometry already. So we've also exported to a new shapefile, and then we're going to do add labels. Okay, we've also done identify tool. All right, so I think we are moving fast. All right, so what are we doing now? We're going to be adding label. All right, so we want to add label to this very one. Let's leave this. So to add label, you just right click, and let's say you just come down here and say label future. Now, but you're only seeing Nigeria across all of them. Yes, because Nigeria is a country that has these very states. This state belongs to Nigeria. So we just need to right click again and go to properties. At properties, we go to label, and then label is already ticked. So come down, label field, we change it to 1. You remember we added states, right? So you change it to 1, and then you come to placement properties, and then you select only place label inside polygon. Then you click on try first. I think we have enough land here, so let's leave it like this, and then you remove duplicate. So we click on OK. So you see Yobe, Borno, Gombe, Bauchi, Plateau State, Taraba, and Adamawa. But I don't think Plateau State is part of northeastern state, but these ones are northeastern state. So do you understand what we've been doing so far? Okay. So the next thing we will do, and then we'll call this a wrap, is to create a choropleth map. Now a choropleth map is a map that, these are different states. Right now we only have one color across to them, but we want each state to have different colors or unique colors. Either we'll do that for these two states. So now to do that, it's still on symbology, but we want to make it, not just one state. See, if I come here and click and then change it, anything I change it to, it goes there. Now we want to have each of them with different colors. So you right click on this and you go to properties, and then you go to symbology, and you will go to categories, and then under the categories we're going to use name 1, that's the value field. Then color rhyme, we just select color rhyme of our choice that we feel is nice. I like this. Now you are going to also add all values. So all the states have been added, Adama and all that have been added with different colors. Once I click OK, you will see. So this is called a chlorophyll map. All right. So you see that each state has a different unique colors for its save. So now let's do that for the whole country. Right click, go to properties, and then you go to categories, and then you change this to name 1, and then you add all. So these are all the 37 states with FCT included, of course. So if let me choose a different color. Let me use this anyway. And then we click on OK. So you see the whole country has, and then all the name of it will come out. It has, so we've created a chlorophyll map. Okay. And I believe you've seen this somewhere if you've been looking at maps. So this is how we create this. So I believe we are done with this today, and like I said, you'll be given an assignment at the end of every Saturday class to do something based on what we've learned so far. So I'll see you again tomorrow, 2 p.m. Theater CD, and for us to continue. But before we go, we still have some code of the day left. So a person who never make a mistake never tried anything new. You are in this class, make as much mistake as you can because you are trying something new. So don't be shy that because if I make mistake, they are going to laugh at me. No. It's only someone who has not tried anything new. Don't make mistake. As far as you try something new, you must make mistake. Patience is bitter, but its fruit is sweet. Yes. When you are patient enough to learn this, you will enjoy the sweet fruit of this. And last, striving for success without hard work is like trying to harvest where you haven't planted. So please put in the hard work, put in your mind, put in your energy. Like I told you when we started the class before light came, I told you that to learn something, trying to learn something is very easy, but finishing it is a very difficult task. So you require discipline to do that. The discipline to go through this video is on another level. So please do your best, and God Almighty will strengthen you as you've set your mind to learn GIS. Within this limited time, we'll compress and see how to make it a success. So thank you for tuning in. I will see you tomorrow at Theater CD, 2 o'clock. So right, that has been from me, Rima Shamaki, the founder and CEO, GEOSPATIAL Information Services. I've been privileged to be your tutor and your instructor for this EDSA CAD 2025. So see you tomorrow, and bye-bye.